Okay, I'm gonna lean down, look underneath, make sure that there is no leaks underneath my vehicle, and that my vehicle is not tipping to one side or the other. My suspension is good. Now I'm going to inspect all the lights, lenses, and bulbs on my vehicle the same way. I'm gonna make sure they're properly mounted, not broken or damaged, they're the right color and the right function. All my amber lights up top are clearance lights. All my amber lights that are down low are turn signal forward flash or marker, except for my amber ABS, which should come on and off on engine start. I got my low beam, high beam up front, low beam on the outside, high beam on the inside, amber reflector. All of my tail lights are red. Got clearance lights up top. I just watched my amber ABS flash on and off, which should come on and off on engine start. All my tail lights are red, 3 clearance lights up top. The outside lights are turn signal four-way flashers, inside lights are brake lights. Now we'll go look underneath the hood. All right, I'm going to inspect all of my fluid levels, my coolant, my power steering, and my oil the same way. I'm going to make sure they're properly mounted, not broken, cracked, or damaged, not leaking, and their caps are on tight. I'm going to check all my lines and hoses, my air lines, and my brake line and hose, make sure they're all properly mounted and secure.
Where's the brake line hose again?
Right here, brake line and hose. They're not leaking air or fluids, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm going to check all of my steering links, rods, and arms and make sure that they're not bent, damaged, twisted. They're properly mounted with U-joints, nuts and bolts, castle nuts and cotter pins, and my bushings should not be damaged or leaking.
One more time. U-joints.
U-joints, nuts and bolts, castle nuts and cotter pins, and my bushings should not be damaged or leaking. Okay? Power steering gearbox is properly mounted, not leaking. On my suspension, I have my spring mounts, leaf spring, shock absorber. They should not be bent, damaged, twisted, or missing parts. My shock absorber should not be leaking. I'm going to put my head inside the tire and look and make sure I do not have any brake contaminants, such as oil or debris that will stop me from braking or cause a fire. I'm going to inspect my tire for ICD, inflation, condition, and depth. It should have evenly worn, no less than 4/32 of an inch. It should hold 100 PSI or manufacturer's specs, which I would check at the valve stem with a tire gauge. My rim is properly mounted and secure, not damaged, cracked, no illegal welds, and no rust trails. I have 10 lug nuts that are tight and secure, no signs of silver threads, no rust trails, or no distorted bolt holes. All of my traffic monitoring devices, or mirrors, are properly mounted with nuts and bolts, not broken, damaged, or missing parts. My batteries should be properly mounted in their box. Lid should be on tight, and I would check to make sure I have no signs of damaged wires or corrosion in my batteries. I'm going to inspect my DEF and my diesel tanks the same way. Make sure they're properly mounted and secure. Lids are on tight, not cracked or broken, no signs of leaking. My DEF is mounted with 1 metal strap, and my diesel tank is mounted with 2 metal and or rubber straps. Okay? I have my tractor frame, cross members, not broken, damaged, or missing bolts or parts, trailer frame, cross members and floorboard, has no broken, damaged, or missing cross members. There's no holes in my floorboard and strong enough to contain my cargo. My DOT reflective tape should cover 50% or more of the sidewall of my trailer. 100% of my DOT bumper should not be worn, damaged, or missing, should be clean and reflective. For my coupling system, I have my emergency line and service line. They're properly mounted to my truck and trailer. There's no abrasions, bulges, cuts, and not leaking air. My electrical line is properly mounted to my truck and trailer with safety latches. It's not worn, torn, frayed, taped, or spliced. And none of my lines and hoses should be touching tractor or trailer parts. I have my apron, not bent, damaged, no illegal welds or holes. It sits tight on my fifth wheel skid plate. There is no gap and it is evenly greased. My fifth wheel skid plate sits tight on my platform base with pins and cotter pins. My release handle should be in the locked and stowed position, which is all the way in. And my tandem locking pin should be in the lock position, which is all the way out, so that my tractor frame does not hit my landing gear while turning. I would go up underneath and check and make sure that my lockjaw is around the shank of my kingpin. It's not bent, damaged, or broken. I'm going to check all of my metal landing gear frame, cross members, and parts. Should be properly mounted with nuts and bolts or welded. No damaged or missing parts. Landing gear should be fully raised. And my crank handle should be in the locked and stowed position. All right, I'm going to start my safe start. I'm going to turn my key on. My 2 ABS, my 2 DEF, and my trailer ABS have gone on and off. It is safe to start my truck. All right, I'm now going to build my air to governor cutout. My governor should cut out between 120 and 140 PSI. And we're done with those. It's the longest part of your whole test is just waiting for air to build.
Now I have a question. All the trucks here, we have to push those buttons, right? To see our gauges.
To see your gauges?
The buttons you just pushed over there.
Oh, no. So what I did, so if you want to know what I just did, let me cancel it. What I did, you don't have to do it. You just push on the fuel. What I did was I turned on my RPMs and I pushed the up arrow to up my RPMs in so that I didn't have to hold the pedal.
Gotcha. Okay.
So see the word deactivate?
Yes, ma'am.
If I see the arrow next to it?
Yes.
If I just push that arrow, it turns it back off.
Okay.
Okay, my governor cut out at about 125 PSI. I'm gonna turn off my truck, get out, go chock my tires like the Flash. It was just so fast you didn't see it. Get in, push in, turn the key on. My gauges should settle at or around 100 PSI. I'm now going to do my air leak test. I'm going to hold my pedal for 1 minute. I should not hear or see more than 4 PSI of air loss. Push the pedal to the floor, wait for the gauge to stop moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do not stop counting until the tester says you can. 59, 60. I did not hear or see more than 4 PSI of air loss in that minute. Now I'm going to do my low air warnings. Okay, I should be able to see and hear my low air warnings at or before 55 PSI. Okay, I see and hear my low air warnings at about 60 PSI. Now I'm gonna do my emergency pop out. My trailer should pop out before my truck brake between 45 to 20 PSI. Okay, trailer did pop before my truck brake at about 30 PSI. Now I'm gonna start my truck and rebuild air for my tug test. Now while I'm building air, I'm gonna talk about my end cap. Out in my safety box, I have a fire extinguisher. It's properly mounted, pen in place, fully charged. I have 3 reflective triangles that are not broken, damaged, or missing. And I have extra fuses and breakers for my truck. I have a city horn, air horn. They're working properly. I have 6 mirrors on this truck. If the tester has a 7th, say 7, that are adjusted to me, and a windshield. All of my glass is not broken or damaged. It's clean and no illegal stickers. Since I said it was clean, I'm gonna clean it. Just push this button in until it sprays, then let go. Windshield wipers work properly, spray evenly, and leave no streaks, which means they're not broken or damaged. I got a left turn signal, a right turn signal, 4-way flashers, the wrong button, just kidding. 4-way flashers working on the dashboard. These are my headlights. Low beams are green. Push this away from you. High beams are blue. This is my heater and defroster. Turn it all the way up to heat, and on the heater and defroster setting, it works up above and down below. Okay? All right, now we're gonna do a tug test. Whichever one we push in, it is the opposite one we are testing. Okay? So I'm gonna push in my trailer to see if the truck brakes hold. Truck holds. I'm gonna push in my truck, see if the trailer holds. Trailer holds. Now I'm gonna push in both brakes to test my service brake. I'm gonna go forward 10 feet, 1 to 5 miles an hour. My truck should stop and it shouldn't pull left or right, okay? You guys ever driven a vehicle out of alignment? And you push on the brake and it pulls? Well, when you're coming out of a mountain, there's a cliff right there. That's not when you want to find out that when you push on the brake, the truck pulls.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, so we're gonna go forward. Stop. Truck stopped. Did not pull left or right. All right, so when we're done with the tug test, okay, we will turn the truck off. Push the light test button, and then we'll go outside and we'll do the pre-trip.